You can't tell, but we're all naked.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another edition of the Weekly Loop. You got Anthony here, hashtag Angry Ant, and the other host, you got Matt. And we got a special episode this week. We've been working all week on this one.
Oh, yeah.
It's our top fives and what we think is the top five greatest in the geek entertainment.
Of all time.
So
this was pretty hard.
It was pretty
hard list to kind of crack out. You don't really know how hard it is until you're like, what do we think is the best geeky movies and games of all time? And it's hard. There's a lot of them you want in there, but you just can't.
I know. Sometimes I would put this or this, and I would figure it out like on the spot. That's the plan, at least. I don't know if it's going to work out or not.
I'm pretty excited about this show. I think we got a good one.
Me too.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. So what should we start out with? Do you want to go ahead and start into it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to start with movies. Now, this is all-time
movies.
Geek or nerd movies. I think all-time movies because, you can't put like the color purple or anything in there.
Why not?
Armageddon, Armageddon.
It's kind of geeky.
This is just pretty much geek, nerd entertainment. Anything fantasy, sci-fi, things of that nature. Yeah. But, I had to think about this a lot. This is just my favorite. Mm-hmm. We're doing personal favorites first, not the greatest of all time. This is just personal, what you in your life enjoy.
Right.
Okay, so don't judge me.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Not too much, at least.
But honestly, I had to really think about this because there's a lot of really great movies there. A lot of great movies that we've seen recently. It's hard not to get caught in the moment.
I know.
Because we've watched so many here the past couple months.
Like
the show and stuff.
Too.
Yeah, that's just almost like, the movie's so awesome. But it was just caught in the moment,
Oh, yeah.
But I sat down and did some soul searching. My all-time favorite geeky movie is Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Oh, we're starting from the top to the bottom?
Top to bottom.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to do top to bottom.
Wait, what'd you say?
You're just so surprised.
I was.
No, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Oh, man.
That's my favorite of all time.
That was the best one, though.
It really was.
It was so action-packed.
It took a lot. There's a lot of really great films, man, to do this with. But when I had to really think about Lord of the Rings movies, they came out in the time where I guess I was growing up, I guess you would say.
Somewhat, yeah.
I think the first one came out, like 99 or something like that?
Somewhere around there. I think I was old enough to drive, so I was about 16. 16 or 17.
Yeah, it sounds like 13, something like that, maybe 14.
Yeah, because I'm older.
Yeah, you're
an old man.
But, it was just a coming-of-age thing. And I remember, we didn't go to my family didn't really like going to the theater a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not like we went to theaters. So that's probably why I go so much now. But
we go every week.
But I remember my mom she knew I kind of dig those movies. Mm-hmm. And every time a new one come out, she'd go out and get it, and she'd bring pizza with it.
Oh, cool.
So to this day, when I hear Frodo Baggins, I want a cheese stick. That's the first thing it's about. I'm like, some pizza.
Are you getting hungry now?
No, but if you ever want to convince me to eat pizza, just start talking about Lord of the Rings, and I'll be all down for pizza.
It's a good thing I fed you pizza before we started.
Hey, good call. Just read my mind.
I can see things.
But that's my top favorite. It's just such part of my adolescence, man. It was just such a. And it is, like you said, the best one of the three. It won all kinds of Academy Awards, which you don't. Before that, I don't remember really a fantasy movie that did that. Not to that scale.
Yeah,
there's some good fantasy movies in the 80s and stuff, but not nothing like that big. It swept the Academy Awards.
That was a huge movie.
It had action and adventure, and but honestly, what did it for me? And a lot of people hate this part of those films. Is how they say the ending kept going and going.
Yeah.
But,
it did.
I like that, man.
They did.
Because there's so many times I'll watch a movie and it'll end and you'll be sitting there thinking, well, I want to know more. Where they going? What do those characters do after this?
What do they do?
It's not like nowadays, there's a sequel to everything.
Oh, yeah.
How crappy it is. But, and I'm glad it did that. I'm glad it showed because there's no questions. You know exactly where everybody is. This guy's going to go on a boat. This guy's going to grow and die with his family.
Aww.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest part, man, I remember the most out of that film is a weird part. It's the very end when Frodo's about to leave on the ship, and he does a voiceover to Sam, and he says something like, your part in this story must go on. You have to be whole by yourself. And it was just such a touching moment to me, man.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, it was just because I did go on this journey with these characters, because I grew up with them. So to see him part like that, to see like this just real nice send off by Frodo, it just really got me, man. Like, not lying. I mean, it really touched my soul, man. And I think it's because I do have a lot of close friends that I feel like if I was like, hey guys, I got to take this ring to the other side of the world and destroy it to save the world, that they'd be packing their stuff. They wouldn't even finish it. They'd be packing while I was still talking. Like, oh, let's go.
Have a sack full of potatoes.
Yeah, like they'd be ready to go. So I kind of can feel what that what it'd be like to have to say goodbye to a really close friend, and it's just such a touching movie, man. And I love every second of it. It's probably my most watched one. Mm-hmm. The other two were okay. I liked them. It wasn't like not nothing as big as Return of the King.
Right. Yeah, that was the best one. Like, that's all I can really say about it.
Oh man,
I watched them, but I just wasn't a huge fan.
You wasn't a huge fan? I wasn't a huge fan, but man, that last film it just stuck with me. You know what I mean? You have movies just stick with you. You don't know why. Oh yeah. Like you walk away after the credits roll and you just feel something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like there's just like something in the pit of your stomach. Get that kind of like, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like the butterflies, but it's not. It's more just like
cool, like
resonating from inside.
Yeah.
And I'll just always remember that film, and I think that's why I had to put it in my top one, because it'll always be there with me. I always carry it around, and to me personally, that's my favorite of all time.
Okay.
Is Return of the King.
I can see that. It's a good movie.
It is. I'm not a big fan of the other two. They're all right.
They're kind of boring.
Honestly, I bought the extended edition ones, and I'll tell you this much: if you ever need to go to sleep and you can't fall asleep, put those freaking things in. Watch like 4 hours. By God, you'll go to sleep in like 2 seconds. It'll be no problem. But let me jump on here. My second favorite all time. It almost took over the first one.
Oh man, what is it?
It's Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
I don't know if I've seen that one. To be honest with you,
you're missing out. I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I'm not gonna call myself a Trekkie because I don't really. I just haven't really committed to that level yet. I haven't went to conventions and stuff, so I'm not really a Trekkie. But I do follow Star Trek, and I watch all the movies, all the shows, and keep up with all the stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, The Voyage Home out of all the films is probably my favorite.
Okay, give me a rundown.
Of what it's about. Okay, real quick. It's one of the reasons I like it before I start is because of its lightheartedness. It's basically about. Star Trek 3, Search for Spock ends. They find Spock, and stuff, and they save him because they thought he was dead. Well, pretty much, all of a sudden, this giant ship, entity, whatever you want to call it, just shows up at Earth.
Yeah. And
it's just slowly destroying the Earth, and they don't know how to stop it or what to do.
Oh, man.
Well, Captain Kirk and them get word of this, and they're like, oh, we got to go help them. So they fly back, and they kind of decipher this thing, that this entity or whatever sent out a message. And they kind of decipher it as it's like humpback whale message. So they're like, well, humpback whales have been extinct for 1,000 years. We killed them. They killed them off. Pretty much our time we hunted them to death.
Okay.
So they pretty much devised a scheme to go back in time to the 80s and steal some humpback whales. And it's just a ridiculous plot. I mean, right off the bat, you're just like, what the crap's happening here? Because the first couple movies were just so dark and so serious. You know what I mean? And Star Trek 3, literally Captain Kirk's son just died in Star Trek 3. So you're like, oh, this is sad.
That's horrible.
So then they go back to the 80s, and you got to picture people thousands of years in the future in the 80s and trying to walk around New York and stuff. Or no, it's not New York. Where were they at? I can't remember exactly where they were at.
I don't know.
I don't know the exact city. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, it'd be
but it was. It's just so funny, man. The best parts are they pretty much they're walking across the street. They don't really know what street it is, and a taxi cab almost hits them. And the taxi driver starts swearing at Captain Kirk.
Yeah. So
Captain Kirk just starts copying what he's saying and swearing back. And Spock, is just he's just like, what was that? Because they don't use those words in the future. And he's like, oh, back in this day and age, they said stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the rest of the time, throughout the film, Spock is trying to learn how to swear, and he's just saying it in inappropriate times. If you can imagine a little kid just just start swearing for no reason, you're like, why are you swearing? It's like that. It's just so hilarious, and just a lot of stuff they don't understand.
Okay.
Trying to get on the bus and they don't know what exact change is. And they're trying to get some money, and they're trying to I remember there's one scene where Captain Kirk's trying to sell some glasses that he got, and he's like, I can give you $200 for these, and he's like, is that a lot? He doesn't know. He doesn't know how much that is. Damn, it's just is that good?
Okay, I gotta watch that movie. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh my God, it's so hilarious.
I'm not a big Star Trek fan.
It's just a lighthearted. It
sounds awesome.
It's the most lighthearted one. It's just funny the whole time through. It doesn't ever get really, really dangerously serious. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just kind of goofing off in time travel, and
I like it.
It's just real funny, man. It's probably my favorite one. You laugh a lot, and I kind of like the lighter side of Star Trek. I think a lot of the show had that in there.
You like the
And-
TV series?
Yeah, the shows and stuff in the series, they had those lighthearted episodes.
Yeah.
And the movies, they don't really get there that much. So to see it kind of go to a lighthearted movie was really cool to me. And it's a fan favorite. A lot of people like it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people will say it's not the best one, but to me it is. To me, it's my favorite Star Trek. I could have watched it 50 times. I could watch it 50 more. You know what I mean? It's just,
Oh man, that was almost your number one.
it was almost my number one just because I do like it. I mean, it's hard to beat a sci-fi movie like that's funny.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's funny but serious.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll have to watch that one. I've not seen
It's
it.
just the whole movie is just filled full of just the most funniest things you can think of. You know, it's just them kind of like tampering with the time travel thing, and it's just
It's awesome.
it's hilarious. It's hilarious. My third film is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Secret of the Ooze. That's my favorite Turtles movie.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
When I was young, my dad didn't really watch a lot of films.
Mm.
The Turtles, loved them.
Really?
That's like the only movie I've ever seen my father actually go out and like purchase.
Oh wow.
Like he's like, I gotta have this movie. And the second one was the one I guess I was there more for the second one than the first one.
Yeah, because the first one.
The first one was a little bit more.
89.
Well, the first one was a little bit more
It was darker.
darker and
Yeah.
swore a lot, so they kind of kept me away from it for a few years.
Mm.
The second one, man, I just remember watching it like over and over with my dad, and just I think it was that kind of sharing it with your parents that you
yeah.
never forget. You know,
That's true.
you had kind of like that emotional bonding with it, but it's just a good movie, really. It's fun. I love The Secret of the Ooze.
It is. It's
I
probably
love
the
everything. I love
funnest
Vanilla Ice at the end.
one. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a great movie. Token Rays are, you know.
Yeah.
We might just replace them with Bebop and Rocksteady, whatever.
I don't think they can get the rights for him at the time.
Yeah, that's so stupid. So dumb. But it was just great, man. I mean,
It was great.
It's
It was
a
a
fun
good
little Turtles movie.
I think that's the first movie I watched in
I think-
theaters when I was a kid.
Yeah,
That I remember at least.
yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. Just just them baking the stuff in the donuts and the super shredder, which was Kevin Nash. Come on, man. Big Sexy was a super shredder.
He was.
Let's get real about this.
He was.
How can you not like that? I was a huge wrestling fan at the time, so I was like, it's Big Sexy.
He actually played
He's still killing some
quite a few
turtles.
roles.
Did he?
Kevin Nash did. He was the Russian in the Punisher movie.
Well, everybody knew that. I'm talking about like you wouldn't know he was a super shredder.
No, you wouldn't
to
know.
the credits. Jumping along here, my fourth favorite
Oh gosh.
is Serenity.
Okay, that's a good movie.
The reason it got so high is because I didn't know anything about Firefly.
Yeah.
I just completely missed that one.
Mhm.
And then a friend of mine kind of was talking about it and talking about how they're going to make a movie out of it. And I remember I watched it with him in theaters.
Mhm.
And I was like, my God, this is amazing. I was like, the writing, just everything was awesome. But the dialogue is the best in Serenity and Firefly.
Oh, it is.
Like the way they talk is it's just spot on. Like, you wish you could talk like that. Just so witty and good. And I fell in love with Serenity, and then it led me to Firefly, and I fell in love with Firefly, and it's, how can you not like something like that? Why would you do something like that?
No, I actually went back and watched a couple episodes of Firefly. They're on Crackle right now.
Ah, cool.
I was like, it's free, so I want to watch it.
Oh, yeah?
And you gotta watch like 1,000 commercials.
How
first.
many shows do you know that has like 13 episodes and gets a movie? A successful
None.
movie.
Yeah.
Josh Whedon, I love Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's doing good with the
Me
Avengers
too.
stuff. I think he's not going to do the Avengers no more, isn't he?
Maybe he has time for another.
Is he turning the
Serenity
Is he
movie.
turning the Avengers over?
I don't know.
I don't think he is. I think he said the second was his last one. I'll have to check into that.
He's done good with it.
Oh yeah, he did great at the Avengers movies. He's a good guy. I always like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So.
Oh, did he? Was he over that?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Buffy, Angel.
Oh man,
You ever knew that?
I didn't know that.
Hmm.
That's good shows.
Yeah,
No,
I love Buffy. You wasn't a big Buffy fan? I mean, I just watched
No,
Buffy before I went to school every day. It
Did it?
was like my Saved by the Bell. Like my age Saved by the Bell. Okay, my last one in movies is Ghostbusters 2.
2.
Yeah, I know I like a lot of the sequels. Apparently, I like a lot of the second ones.
I didn't see this one coming.
Ghostbusters 2, man. I don't know why. I don't know if I saw it before I saw the first one, or if it was just. To me, it's better than the first one.
Really?
I love Ghostbusters.
Wow.
2. I don't know why. I love
I
it
didn't
so
see
much.
this one at all.
I don't know why I love Ghostbusters 2 so much. It was just.
It was.
I can't explain it. I just love that movie. You ever just watch a movie and you just love it? You don't know why, but you're just like, I love Ghostbusters. Like, I watch Ghostbusters 2 all the time.
It was
You
a
know?
good movie. I'm not gonna.
I literally own
Hate on it.
Ghostbusters. Like, I've owned Ghostbusters on VHS,
Mhm.
DVD, Blu-ray, and now I own it on 4K Blu-ray. So, I mean.
You got like 1,000 copies. Of Ghostbusters.
No, I've well, kind of. I've got rid of some of them throughout the years, but it's one of those films, man. I'll always have,
Wow, for you to tell me this, I'm kind of surprised that you don't hate on the new Ghostbusters movie coming out.
Oh man, it's hard for me to. I can't really hate on anything Ghostbusters. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? I watched the show, talk show. I think it was. I can't remember who was the host. It might be Jimmy Kimmel. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and he had the new and the old Ghostbusters on there.
Oh, I seen clips of that.
And Bill Murray, everybody was kind of like, it's a pretty good movie. And I was just, to me, if they can do it, they're okay with it, then I'll give it a shot.
I seen that same clip, and there's like it's like a split second. Dan Aykroyd saying something. It's like, it's an amazing movie or something like that.
Bill Murray just kind of like real quiet for a second.
He kind of gives a look to Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel gives a look back to him like, no, it's not.
So I remember Bill Murray, like they asked him something about it. He kind of pauses for a second, and I was like, oh god, he's about to rip this movie.
I wish he would.
And he did. And he was just like, no, these girls are fantastic. He didn't really ever say the movie's good. He's just like, yeah, these girls are fantastic.
Oh yeah, they're good actors, I guess. But
I can't hate it, man. I don't know. Who knows? It might be good.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah,
we'll find out soon.
I have to find out.
I know.
So
I'm either going to be extremely disappointed that it's good, or
he's going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed.
If it's good, I'll be happy with it. I mean, I like Ghostbusters.
Oh man, Ghostbusters 2, huh?
But 2's my favorite one. The first one's really good too. I mean, I'm not saying that I hate the first one. It's just to me, if there's like somebody put them down in front of me and watch the second one.
Really?
Yeah, as weird as that is, I like the second one. I don't know why.
I can quote the first
one. I love Vigo.
Vigo.
Just cool stuff, man. The River of Slime.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
They get in the Statue of Liberty and ride around.
Yeah, right. Yeah, use the Statue of Liberty as a weapon.
That's pretty neat.
It's just some cool stuff, man.
I mean, you didn't see that in the first one.
It's just some cool stuff. I remember there was a joke they said in there.
Something about Reeboks?
No, Bill Murray said something about the slime. He's like, are you sleeping with it?
Oh, yeah.
He looks at Dan Aykroyd and he just kind of looks away and he's like, you dirty dog.
Bill Murray makes those movies.
It's just so funny. And it's so good, man. I that's my top 5 though, man. Leave it or take it. I can't help it. That's what I love.
Was that your 5th?
That's my favorite.
Oh wow! Did you already go through them that quick? I didn't even notice. I thought we was on 4.
I can't help it, man. I love them.
Let me pull up my notebook, and I'll tell you my favorite movies. I might do mine a little different. I might stop from the bottom and work my way up.
That'd be good.
Okay. I'm actually kind of torn on this.
Oh yeah, this is a hard thing to do.
It is hard. It's hard.
It's just hard. I was like, when I first got into it, I was kind of like, I don't even know what to put where.
I know. My number 5. It was either going to be Deadpool or X-Men Days of Future Past.
Really? You're going New Age.
I am. I didn't mean to, but that's why it's down so low. It's hard
for me to go New Age because I just haven't had time, I guess, for it to soak in.
Mm.
You know, I mean, you ever watch a movie and you're just like, that movie's awesome, and later on you're like, yeah, but they're good. Like, you just never know. I always like to wait. Yeah, I still like it after like a year or two, then I know it's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had to pick one, and I'm going to pick Deadpool because I actually own that on Blu-ray. I don't own Days of Future
you know, if you buy a movie, it's serious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you buy a movie, it's
just an amazing movie. Ryan Reynolds, he spent a long time trying to get that movie made.
Yeah, I mean, since Origins. I mean, they were talking about like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think even before Wolverine Origins came out, they dropped that they were going to try to make a Deadpool movie.
Oh yeah. Like they
God, that was years ago.
Somebody accidentally, I'm using quotations for people listening. They accidentally leaked footage.
Yeah, I think that was totally on purpose.
Had to have been.
Just because I feel like
it was all over the internet.
I really think the fan base is what got Deadpool made. So people were just so much like, come on, man, give us a Deadpool movie. And they just finally were just tired of people talking about it.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what, fine.
I bet they're happy they did now.
I understand that they were kind of, had their reservations because, it would be an R-rated movie.
Oh, yeah.
And Marvel's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, we're friendly.
Yeah, they want it to be kids and stuff.
We're superheroes, not assassins, cut people's head off.
Well, they have to go through Disney in a way, don't they? Kinda, because Disney owns Marvel now.
Do they own Marvel?
Mm-hmm. They own Marvel, Game Informer. They own a lot of stuff.
Disney makes some pretty rough stuff. You'd be surprised what Disney's got their hands in. That's not friendly.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I have to check some of this stuff out.
Yeah, Disney does a lot of stuff.
Okay. Well, we've talked about Deadpool.
Speaking of Disney,
okay,
I tried to book a vacation like a year after that to Disney World. Yeah, that stuff's like booked up.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was messing up, but I mean, I was trying to find a cool place. I want to stay at Animal Kingdom.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, no, man, no. So I'm like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. I guess you have to book it still like 3 years in advance or something.
Holy crap!
I don't know.
That's a long time.
I'll have to get on there and ask somebody. I don't want to go to Disney World. I'm tired of this.
Well, we've talked about Deadpool a million times over, just about every single episode. So I'm just gonna end it on Deadpool.
Oh yeah, we've already did our Deadpool. Everybody knows what our stance on Deadpool.
This is another recent movie though, number 4. And we've not talked about any of these movies yet.
What you got?
Star Wars Force Awakens.
Ooh, that's a good
I'm going straight to the new one.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, that almost cracked me because I watched The Force Awakens a lot.
I still do. I'm still watching it all the time.
A lot.
I don't know if it's because I got a crush on Daisy.
No, really?
Yeah. Well, she's pretty.
It's a great movie. Don't get me wrong.
But it is a great movie.
I was never a big Star Wars fan until I watched that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Star Wars, but it was never up there in my top.
No, man, I was like, Star Wars is okay, but I was never like Star Wars. Like after this movie, like I'll dress up with a lightsaber and stuff. You know what I mean?
I would too.
I'll dress up as Kylo Ren and go to Comic-Con.
Kylo Ren, wow.
I like Kylo
He's the
Ren.
bad guy.
Oh, he's pretty cool though.
He's a dork.
Nah, whatever.
He's a crybaby.
Trust me, the guy that plays him, Adam Driver. I've seen some of his other films.
Mhm.
He's awesome.
Is he?
Yes.
I have to watch some of his other
Watch
stuff.
I can't remember. This Is Where I Leave You, I think, or something like that.
Oh, actually, I might have heard about that.
With Tina Fey and
Yeah. I like Tina Fey.
oh god, it's a good movie. You gotta check
Tina
it
Fey should be in every movie ever.
out. You gotta check it out, dude. It's a
But-
really good movie.
That's my number 4, Force Awakens.
Mhm.
Don't hate on me.
And he's a big dude. He's a lot bigger than you think.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Adam Driver's a lot bigger. He looks kind of skinny in the movie,
Mhm.
but like you see him in the other movies, he's actually pretty stout, man.
Cool.
Mhm.
I'm excited for the next Star Wars movie.
Oh god, no.
Just because of this one movie.
What about Rogue One? You excited for Rogue One?
Not that much. Not a
Really?
whole lot, yeah. It'd be cool to see Darth Vader again on the
Mhm.
big screen. Well, not that I've ever seen him on the big screen other than the third
Really? You've
movie.
never seen Star Wars?
Well, I've
They had
seen-
a showing not long ago.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it.
Hmm.
I want to.
Hmm.
There's something we do need to watch, though. And well, I'll wait and I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah, we got running time here.
Okay. Third. I don't know if you've seen this movie.
I've seen everything.
Have you seen Scott Pilgrim versus the
Yes,
World?
I've seen Scott Pilgrim.
It's an amazing
I
movie.
watched it
It's
just
so
the other
good.
day.
I love that movie.
I watched it just the other day.
I used to have it on DVD. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
They've got
it
a
probably
really,
broke.
I'm gonna be honest with you, they've got a really cool Blu-ray copy of Steelbook one.
Yeah.
And the front of it's like a comic book
Oh, really?
thing. It looks really awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you should check it out.
I remember when it first came out, and I wouldn't like it. Didn't really catch my eye. I didn't really want to watch it.
Yeah.
But G4, that's when G4 was still around, and they were doing like a little giveaway. Like I forget what the little thing was, but the prize was you got the copy of the game. Like it was just like a little beat 'em up game
Yeah.
on Xbox 360
Yeah.
or something like that, and you get a free copy of that. And I should have done it because the
Should've.
game looks awesome too.
Yeah. Scott Pilgrim's really fun.
But I love Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing. I watched it just the other day actually.
Really, I seen
it's
it on
really good.
Comedy Central not too long ago.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
awesome. It is. It's
I love
really
it.
good.
I love the end where he's got to fight Nega Scott,
Yeah.
and they just walk out, and their buddies are like, "We'll catch some brunch or something next week." It's like, oh, we was just
Yeah.
talking.
What was that girl? What was the girl's name on there?
Which one? Knives or
Yeah, Knives.
Yeah, I like Knives.
Yeah, like Knives was all about him, man.
she was.
Yeah, I like at the end where they're like, "You cheat on me with knives." She's like, "Wait a minute." It's like technically, I cheat on you with that. I cheat on knives with you.
So was it in the wrong year? I think my favorite. I don't know. I got so many favorite parts in that movie. One of mine. It's usually a lot to do with knives. Like when
You
they
know
were-
something I didn't realize until I just watched it the other day was
What's that?
that one girl is on Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the one from Pitch Perfect. What is her name?
Crap! I want to call her Anne Hathaway, but that's not her name.
That's way off.
That is way off.
You know what I'm talking about though. She's on Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
Has a song, the Cup song.
She's actually in a movie coming up.
She's fantastic.
Yeah, she
she's
is.
She's a great actress.
She,
If we knew her name,
yeah. I can look it up.
She's great.
I ain't got time to look it up.
Yeah, she's great.
Anyways, but her and Scott's sister is actually going to be in the movie. I don't. It's a comedy. I don't know the name of it right off the bat, but it looks like it's good. But anyways, my favorite part is Knives when they're walking into the after party, and Scott says, "No, me and Knives, we're good." After we broke up, and it just shows Knives, and she's like, "No." I love like the little stuff in that movie.
I like when he goes back home and there at the end, he sits down. He turns the light on. They're like, "Oh my god!" It's like, "Okay, you might have just seen a guy's jump."
Yeah.
I like just sitting there and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need the apartment for like ever." Everybody kicks him out.
Oh, and he's doing a little montage too. I like that part when he's getting ready to go find Gideon.
Yeah.
And then it slows down just so he can tie his shoes, and it goes back to action when he ties it up.
Oh god, that's such a good movie.
It is a good movie. Everything about it, I could just talk an entire episode about the movie, but I'll go on. All right, number 2. It's close to what yours was.
Uh-huh.
Ghostbusters.
The first one. That's lame.
It's not lame. It's
I
awesome.
like the first one better than the
Because
second
it's
one.
so good. Everything about it it's hit.
It is good. I like the first one, but the second one, man.
If anybody says 8 o'clock to me or something like that, I'll always say, I was just about to say, 8 o'clock, because like the first few scenes is Bill Murray talking to that girl, and a couple of wiggly lines. Everything about Ghostbusters I can quote. I love it. But I'll rush through mine a little bit quicker.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, there's not much you can say about Ghostbusters that nobody else in the entire world doesn't know. Number 1. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. The first one?
The first one.
Oh, man. You dark brown loving fool.
Well, I think a lot of people would pick number 2.
Yeah,
but
I'm always love sequels. I'm a sequel guy.
You are. But it's got such a big flaw. I'll tell you the flaw, and then I'll just end it on that.
Okay.
Einstein, the dog, in the very first one, when they go back to the future, or they send him to the future for a minute, he's gone through that time period, right? Like, he's completely gone for that whole entire minute. Well, when Doc goes back and gets Marty and Jennifer in the end of the first one and the start of the second one, they're gone. They're gone from 1985 to 2015 because they're traveling to the future, so they're not actually in that world anymore.
Yeah.
So how are they going to save their kids? Because they never had kids because they left 1985.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's why I like number 1 the best.
You got me there.
That's why number 1 is always going to be my favorite. Number 3 is pretty good, but
you got me there.
Okay.
The space-time continuum is very, very tricky.
Apparently, might have been a paradox there. Maybe that's why he went back to.
Let's get into what we think is the best of all time.
Oh, we're jumping into that.
Yeah, let's do our best movies of all time.
All right. Can you read upside down?
This is something that we both got together and we really thought about it just in terms of popularity, success, what it meant to, just geeks and nerds.
Right.
Just anything really. I mean, that's how we decided what were the best ones. We looked at a lot of other lists and they were kind of similar to this. They were a little bit different. So we don't really like other people. Their list wasn't as good as ours.
Yeah. Yours is the best.
But we put a lot of thought into this. So let's go with our top 5 movies of all time. Okay. I guess we'll start off with number 5.
Okay.
Now, a lot of these, when we say them, they are referring to the overall
like trilogy
franchise. Yeah, the overall franchise. Yeah, everything, all encompassed in one. So, you want to do it? You want to read number 5?
Number 5. Number 5 is close. My number 2, I think. Ghostbusters. Everybody loves Ghostbusters. 1 and 2. I mean, we had it in our top 5.
Great movies, man. They really. 80s movies were just great.
They really were. Just the opening scene in Ghostbusters was so great with the librarians in there. You don't really know what you're expecting.
She's freaking out. I can imagine being in the 80s and watching that and just being like, oh my god, what is this?
Yeah, because it was so good. Nobody stacks books that way.
Every time I watch Ghostbusters, I think about Be Kind and Rewind.
Yeah, when they're remaking it.
Yeah.
I forget what his Jack Black song was.
But yeah, Ghostbusters meant a lot to science fiction, man. I mean, it made it fun and cool, and it wasn't just like horror or seriousness.
Yeah.
A lot of the things in the 80s was like, if you went sci-fi, it was like real serious and dark,
It was.
You know what I mean?
The movie was originally going to be called Ghost Smashers.
Yeah. You did trivia all day on Ghostbusters.
I know.
I mean, there's no reason to that. All right, let me go on.
Okay.
Our number 4th overall.
Yeah.
Is the Back to the Future trilogy.
Yeah. This is a hard one for me not to put at number 1.
Those 3 were really good. I mean, Back to the Future is on all the time.
It is.
Marty McFly and Doc Brown, they're iconic characters. The DeLorean, I mean, it's single-handedly like saved the DeLoreans. Like, people are out there buying DeLoreans right now just because
I think they're actually going to start making them again.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I hope they do. I'm not going to buy one, but it'd be cool.
But Back to the Future number 4.
All right, we'll go to the 3rd one. And this was one of your favorites, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Awesome. It was good.
Awesome. Those 3 movies just changed everything.
Everybody talks about Lord of the Rings.
Yes, they made fantasy movies really popular. Just the way they filmed them became huge. Made New Zealand huge. I mean, made a whole country huge.
It did.
I mean, nobody knew who New Zealand. No, do you know what New Zealand was until these movies?
My name was Coast Australia.
You didn't know that. If I'd said New Zealand first movie, you'd be like, what?
Well, I knew what New Zealand was before this movie.
I really want to go to New Zealand just because that's where they made these movies.
Well, yeah. I mean, they show like the beauty in New Zealand. It's a gorgeous movie. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. What can you say about Lord of the Rings? They've been said. They won tons of Academy Awards. They're a huge franchise. They're still popular today. That's the only reason they made The Hobbit.
That's true because they done so well.
Just amazing.
All right.
Our number 2 list.
This is one of yours.
It's the Star Trek franchise.
Oh yeah,
Star Trek is just so huge, man. It was huge when it first came out in the '60s.
Everything Star Trek's done has been huge.
I mean, it revolutionized everything.
It really did.
Everything. I mean, look at all the there's tons of franchises, tons of movies. There's still movies coming out today.
Like we use a lot of.
I wish they'd make another series. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I like the last one. Star Trek Enterprise is a really good series. I don't know why they canceled after four
I don't know either.
seasons.
A lot of the technology that we have now is because of Star Trek.
Yeah, a lot of things that they talked about in the '60s wouldn't even
thought of.
Antimatter. That was made up. Now it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like our cell phones.
Yeah,
Star Trek.
yeah, warp shells and stuff like that. They're able to do that. Just all kinds of stuff.
It's crazy.
It's just it changed everything. You know what I mean? Just
It really did.
it was real serious and just it showed what a world could be.
Mm.
And it just I think a lot of people fall in love with that. They fall in love with just the overall unity of the world.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't it be cool just to like not worry about anything?
That'd be awesome.
Like it didn't matter, what your race was, like what you looked like, or how smart you was. I mean, everybody's just taken care of. Everybody's just equal and taken care of.
That's true.
You didn't worry about money. There wasn't no crime. Well, there's crime in that show, but not like it's very rare. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. This was actually a tough one between these two, Star Trek and their number one pick, which was Star Wars.
Star Wars, man. It's hard
I just feel like Star Wars is just a bigger franchise.
Star Wars, I hate to admit it because I am such a huge Star Trek fan over Star Wars.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got to admit Star Wars was
so huge.
huge, man.
It's everywhere.
It's just
There's not been a movie, or there wasn't
Star
a movie
Wars
there for a while.
just took over the world from the minute it came out.
Really? It really did.
I mean, the minute it came out, people just fell in love with it. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, if you watch, what was that show? The 70s Show?
Yeah.
And it shows him going to watch the very first Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
He's just nerding out over
But
it.
they're still, I mean, they're still going today. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Like, you can show
one of my
Star
favorites.
Wars, the original Star Wars movie right now, people would go watch it. People
Definitely.
might go watch it. I'd go watch it in theaters right now. If they
Would you?
Yeah.
That
They
would-
were like, hey, Star Wars show this weekend. I was like, sure, I'm going to watch all day. Got popcorn.
Oh, I meant to tell you this. We got a little theater around here.
Mhm.
Not the movie theater, but there's just like an actual theater. They're showing Back to the Future on like July the 21st or something like
We should
that.
check it out.
We should. It'd be cool just to watch it on the big screen.
That'd be cool. Where's it
That'd
at?
be cool. Bell County.
That'd be cool. We should check it out.
Yeah. I'm excited about
Did you get tickets? Nah, we'll talk about
It's
it.
just, yeah. We're getting sidetracked. Okay.
Let's
Well,
move on.
Star Wars. We don't have to say a whole much about it.
That's our
Everybody knows
top 5 movies, guys. Just to recap: Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters. That's our top 5.
it. If you haven't seen them, go watch them.
Yeah, it was hard for us to decide. So if you disagree, let us know. If you agree, let us know. To us, that's the best ones. A lot of them were cut out. Don't let us think that we hate these movies, that they're not in here. It's just at the end of the day, we had to pick 5, and these are the 5 we chose.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot more great movies that would just be right behind them. So at the end of the day, we had to make some hard cuts, and we had to use our heads, not our hearts, and that's
That's what we did.
that's the top 5 right there, guys.
Yeah.
The next genre thing we want to jump into,
You want to jump into games?
let's do video games.
Yeah.
Video games,
That's
man.
what people love.
Video games wasn't as hard for me
What?
to do as movies.
No, that's true. Because there's the easy part of the game.
You do your favorites first this time?
Yeah, I'll jump right
I
into
kind of
it.
like to hear what you got for video games.
Okay.
Because you're a very odd gamer.
I am a very
You know what I mean? Like you jump from like just Berserk on the Atari to
Oh, man.
freaking Call of Duty or something. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Berserk on the Atari,
Yeah.
I want to blow your mind with it
Okay.
because that's my number 5.
Number 5 is Berserk. For the
There's
Atari,
nothing
yeah.
to it because you're just walking through a little maze and you're avoiding robots shooting at
And
you.
walls.
And walls. You can't touch the walls, you get electrocuted. It was on the Atari 2600. It was first published August of 1982 for Atari 2600. Originally, it was an arcade game. I don't remember the year, but I'm sure it was like a year before. But that's number 5. I'll jump straight into number 4 because there's nothing else to say about number 5.
And honestly, I've never heard about Berserk until I saw you play it the other day.
Did you like it?
And I was just like, what the crap is this?
I mean, it just takes like 5 seconds to see it all. But
Yeah.
there is a giant smiley face that hops around the screen every once in a while. You can kill it or you can just avoid it. But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do there. This is Atari. All right, number 4. And I'm picking this because there was so many nights I would just sit in my bedroom and I would turn the radio up
Mhm.
and I would just sit there and play this game. Road Rash 2 for the Sega Genesis.
Ooh.
I don't have the date because I looked
Road
up the
Rash
wrong
2.
one. Have you ever played it? Do you remember playing it?
No.
Okay. You're racing on a motorcycle.
Okay.
That's not all, though, because it's illegal racing, street racing. And then you get chains, baseball bats. You get everything. So if another rider like...
Wait, yeah, I think I have played this.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
it took me a
awesome.
second. Yeah, and you can beat them as you go by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I love that game.
I know where you're at now.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much all there was to say about it, so I'll jump to my number 3.
You beat people to death.
Yeah. Number 3 is another game that I played a lot of. Sonic the Hedgehog number 2 for Sega Genesis.
Number 2.
Came out November 24th, 1992. It was my very first Sega game on the Sega Genesis, and I beat it. It took me forever, but I beat it. Because you didn't have any save points back then. You just had to play it all the way
No,
through.
those games didn't have save points, man. You just had to suck it up.
But that was an awesome game. I feel like all my picks, I don't really have to say a whole lot about because everybody knows these games that I'm picking. So I'll jump into number 2, Mortal Kombat number 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the 360?
360, yeah.
Oh, man.
Came out April 19th, 2011. It was sort of a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was taken right after Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fighting on that big giant pyramid. And that's when Raiden goes back in time and he's just changing everything. And I almost kind of wish he didn't because that's how we got 10. And I don't like 10. It's not that much fun. But Mortal Kombat number 9 was, to me, the greatest Mortal Kombat game ever made.
You played Mortal Kombat number 9 like all the time.
Yeah, we've talked about how I accidentally. Well, I didn't break it, but the Xbox 360 broke it from spinning the CD around so much. Okay, my number 1 pick. It's not going to be a surprise because we've talked about it 1,000 times. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time for Nintendo 64 came out November 21st, 1998. It's the 5th game of the franchise.
Legends of Zelda.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Ocarina of Time. I do like that game.
I'm not even gonna go and talk about it because everybody knows that game. Everybody has played that game, I'm sure. It's just a great game.
So that was your top 5, huh?
Yeah.
That's a little bit old school, man. That's real
Somewhat.
old school stuff.
Well, yeah, definitely with Berserk. I'm an old
mine's
school gamer.
a lot different. Mine's way different than yours.
Oh, man.
Okay. I'm going to start mine at the top. I like being a daredevil.
Okay.
Go from top to bottom.
Okay.
My number 1 all-time favorite video game is Final Fantasy VII.
I can see that. It's a good game.
Well, thank you. Final Fantasy VII was like the first real serious game that I got into.
Yeah.
I remember a friend of mine got it, and he was playing on his birthday. I'll never get this. We went down his basement, he was playing it, and he was fighting Ruby Weapon.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember this. It was like a little thing in the desert you got to fight.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just, the Ruby Weapon is like, it starts off, it sucks you down these little sand holes, pretty much. Like if you do anything, it's going to suck you down.
Oh, man.
And we couldn't figure out what it was doing. We were just like, what do we do? You know, we just come up with stupid ideas. We were like, it's a machine. Let's shoot lightning at it. You know, we was like using like bolt on it and stuff.
Did it work?
No, man, it just sucked you down to the ground.
Oh, no.
It's only later you found out that you had to like not move for it to kind of like bury its hands in the ground and you could go then.
Oh, really?
But
cool.
But we were just so way off, man, of how to beat that thing. Because I mean, it had like HP was out ridiculous.
Oh, man.
But there was no way we'd ever beat that. But it was just such a fun game. I was like, what is this? You know, I'd never had RPGs before.
Yeah.
Not really. I've played like, Zelda and stuff like that, but not like this. And I remember I just instantly went out and bought it. I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta go to like Toys R Us and get this thing. Went to Toys R Us, picked it up, played every single second of it, did everything on it. I love that game. That game was just, you had to breed chocobos on there. You had to breed chocobos just to get stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just all the little secrets and all the extra stuff you had to do. I fell in love with RPGs after that. It pretty much what got me into hardcore gaming. It's what made me want to sit down in a seat for 8 hours and just play a video game straight and just chug Mountain Dew.
Is that how long it took to this game?
Yeah, and I stopped going outside after that. But I loved it, man. That's another thing that's part of my childhood. They're making a remake of it, so I'm super excited. Like I'm so pumped, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But my number 2 is The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt.
Okay. I hear a lot of people talking about that game.
It's a newer game, and it's I know it's hard to put newer games on these lists, but man, The Witcher 3 just blew my mind, man.
I wouldn't say it's too hard because there's a whole lot more graphics and stuff.
I never really played a lot of The Witcher. I never played the first 2. And The Witcher 3, I just kind of pre-ordered it because it was like such a big game. Everybody's talking about it. And I'm a sucker for that. I'm like, I gotta get that. So I pre-ordered it, and I just kind of sat down and played it one day. And I was kind of like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing ever. It's a Western RPG, so it's not like Final Fantasy. Awesome. It's not turn-based. You kind of you run around and doing stuff and gaining XP and leveling up. Yeah. And man, just everything about that game is just awesome. The Gwent card game is amazing. I mean, just everything about it's fun. It's a huge open world. I mean, you can literally dump 100 hours into it with your eyes closed.
Wow.
And just never be bored.
I
love doing quests. I love getting paid to do quests. I love choosing who I save and who I don't save. I love racing horses. And,
You can do that in Zelda.
Yeah. Going to brothels.
Oh, man.
Drinking. Fighting monsters. get max. I can't beat a monster and poison myself so I get stronger just to do it.
You have to poison yourself?
Yeah, man, you can't. You get poisoned if you take like spells to make you stronger and stuff.
Oh, really?
It gives you toxicity.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so if you do it all that, you better get your toxicity up so you can stand
man.
it. Because if not, you're gonna be like, oh, I need to die.
I need to play this game.
Oh, it's so fun. Oh God, it's probably one of the best. It is one of my favorite games. Obviously, it's my top 2. My number 3, pretty easy on this list, was The Last of Us.
Okay.
The Last of Us, man. I was late to The Last of Us game.
Yeah.
I didn't pick it up on PS3, even though I knew it was a pretty good game. But PS4 came out. It came out the remastered version.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll pick that up. Everybody says it's awesome. All my friends are like, this is the greatest game ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll give it a shot. And it does, man. Like from the first 20 minutes, it just sucks you in, and you just cannot stop playing it.
The story's so good.
You just cannot put that game down. And I played it and played it and played it and played it, and I loved every second of it. You know. And I think a lot of people agree with me on this. I think a lot of people listening is like, yeah, Last of Us is awesome.
Yeah.
My 4th one is Ocarina of Time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm on there with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Ocarina of Time's awesome, man.
It is. It makes me want to go get an ocarina. Just let me play it.
Just let it play. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is just amazing, dude. Amazing.
It is. That was another one of those games I just sat and turned the radio on and just played it for hours.
Yeah. I mean, I played it on 64, beat it. I bought it on 3DS, played it on 3DS. I mean, it's one of the best games ever. You know what I mean? So I kind of agree with you on that. Ocarina of Time, very good.
There's a song that's always going to remind me of Ocarina of Time. It's by Orgy. Wait, it's not by Orgy. I forget who sings the song, but it's Blue. Everybody knows the song Blue. Where it's like, I'm blue. Da-da-dee-dee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My 5th one might surprise you a little bit.
Okay. I'm ready.
It's Halo 3.
Well, that doesn't surprise me too much because that was about to be on mine.
Man, I played Halo 3.
We did.
I mean,
everybody did.
Over and
It's
over
so
and
good.
over and over and over. Online, man, just smashing people. I was pretty high level, but I kind of we sucked it up at the first of it.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
We did.
But then we were like, everybody's like, oh, you guys are just like level 20s, but we could take on like level 50s.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just because we had so many losses, it was hard to live up. We were like, yeah, that's cool.
We used to do the 2 players.
Yeah.
It was just 2 of us and everybody else.
Yeah, I remember
had 2
we used
players.
to, that was the fun part because it would draw in like all these level 20s, and we were like way better than level 20s, so we could just destroy them all. You know?
Well, I won't say your screen name on the podcast,
Okay.
but mine was your name, but sucks at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it would say my name.
You're the only person that actually made a separate account
Just
and
to-
paid money to play. It wasn't free.
No.
You just had that name.
But there was one game where it had my name, and then it was your name, and I was like, yeah, it's true. But even then, you were like the top 2 players.
I remember I tried to make another account, and I got like higher level than my other account in like 5 hours, and I was like, oh, I gotta go back with another one. You know,
Oh,
'cause
man.
I didn't want to be high level. I want to be low level and just trick people.
Yeah, because it's fun that way.
Yeah, all our friends like to play this because we would draw in like crappy rated people, even though we wasn't crappy.
Yeah.
It was just, man, we played so many hours of
We
Halo
did.
3.
God, I wish we could play Halo 3 again.
So many hours of it.
So
I mean,
good.
you can't be on an Xbox One, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if there'd be that many people still on it, though.
I would be surprised.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just try it out.
Now let's jump into what we think is the best games of all time.
Okay.
Once again, we picked this with our minds, not our hearts. So
Yeah.
now that we've bared our soul to you, here's what we think is the best ones of all time.
Let me start it out.
Yeah.
I go from the bottom to top. Number 5, Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Because it's an amazing game, amazing story.
It's one of the best games ever made. You can't not say that. It just is. It's just one of the best games ever made. I mean, Naughty Dog really came through perfect in everything. There's just nothing you can really hate on it for.
Exactly.
I mean, unless you just want to be a nitpicker, you know,
Like me.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, it's just there's nothing. Gameplay's fun, story's phenomenal.
If you haven't played it,
Graphics
go
are
play
good.
it because it's great.
Oh god, yeah, you don't want to miss Last of Us.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you just don't. If you don't have a PlayStation, that'd be a reason to buy a PlayStation.
Oh, definitely.
Just to be able to play The Last of Us.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're talking about a sequel.
Oh, can I play it?
So,
You want to do number 4?
yeah, number 4. I don't want to say this, but after all the thought and debate, we have to.
We have to.
It's World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
It's hard
so
not
popular.
to. A lot of people don't put it on their list, but God, World of Warcraft, man, just took over the world, and it was
Millions and millions
And it was
of
fun,
players.
man. I didn't care about MMORPGs.
I didn't either.
You know, I didn't care about that crap. Now I saw everybody else playing. I was like, I want to try that, and it was just so fun.
It was.
man. Just running around and questing and fighting your friends, and
It takes up so much time though. That's the only thing that killed it.
Not anymore.
not anymore.
Stuff there. Usually you had to grind out forever. Endless
kill boars in the
woods. Yeah, you had to go around and kill all kinds of little spiders and stuff just trying to level up.
Okay. Well, I'll do this kind of quick. We're on number 3, which number 3 in our heads, greatest of all time, is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once again,
it's great.
You look at any kind of gaming site, rating site, they've got it. They've got a perfect. They've got a perfect score. It's one of the greatest games ever made. One of the best Zelda games ever made, if not the best. It's debatable the best, but in my opinion, it is the best.
Yeah, I'd say it's the best too.
But it's so good. It made the 64. It's just one of those big tiles in the 64.
You had to get the Rumble Pack for it.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. There's a reason that the Ocarina of Time right now on 3DS is $50 used.
Dang.
There's a reason for that. It's that good. And it's just, we've already talked a lot about it. Let's talk. Number 2 is Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
That was not, that kind of was, it almost was an emotional pit, but when we were sitting down and talked about it, like that was like the greatest, that made Final Fantasy huge. You know what I mean? That's what made it so popular.
Definitely.
If it wasn't for Final Fantasy VII, I don't think you would have as many Final Fantasies as you do.
Probably not.
I really don't. Because it kind of brought out, I'd never heard about Final Fantasy until I played it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they've had so many disappointments since then. I think Final Fantasy VII is what keeps people around.
I think you're right.
Because they know they could come out of the game like this again.
They might. You never
And
know.
they are cashing in because they're making the Final Fantasy remake, so they're going to cash in on it. Which
they know it's their money.
It's got movies. It's got, just everything.
Was it Advent Children? That was a good movie.
It's pretty good. Final Fantasy VII was just.
It was good.
You can't say nothing about it, man.
It broke the mold.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the review. What's the number 1 greatest game of all time?
Okay. I feel like I had to talk you into this one a little bit.
A little bit, but the more you kind of told me, I was like, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
Well, it was in a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, people watched the movie to see this game.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario 3.
Super Mario 3, man.
It was on the Wizard, in which it was an amazing game. It was a whole lot different than the original. Can't really count the second one because it's a whole different game.
The second one was weird.
It was.
You didn't throw an egg stuff. I understand.
Well, it was originally. Yeah, we won't get into that.
It's hard to argue this because a lot of people put Super Mario World as the best.
It's good, but I just don't feel like it was as popular as 3.
Yeah, Super Mario 3 was just awesome on all counts.
Well, this is what sold me was Mario 3 was in a movie. Mario World wasn't.
No. Super Mario World kind of went the same kind of mold, though.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah. Mario 64 is kind of close, but just not.
Yeah.
Not exactly there. They just kind of have an advantage over 3 because it was new.
Definitely, yeah.
But Super Mario 3 is just the best. Man.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the best game. I think
Super Mario 1's awesome.
Everybody likes Super Mario 3. You know what I mean? Like, people that say they don't even like video games will play Super Mario 3.
Oh, yeah. I'm horrible at Mario 3, but I'll still play it.
Yeah. People be like, I hate video games. Super Mario Bros. Yeah, I play that.
Is it my turn to go first, or is it your turn?
Well, you can kind of close. Might as well just do the.
We can make it a longer episode if you want to.
Nah, I better just do this.
Sure.
We won't do our favorites in this because I feel like our favorites are about the exact same as this list. They're in a different order.
Somewhat. Okay, well, I'll jump right into it. Number 5.
Wait, what is this?
Comics.
Greatest?
The greatest, I guess, series.
Yeah, we're going to do series. We're not going to do
like stories.
Comic book in general because there's just so many to pick from that would take mindless. I don't think anybody could ever get that right. First off, if you're on YouTube or somewhere, you're doing a freaking best comic book issue of all time, good luck. Because you'll never get that right.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never get that right. We probably don't even get ours right.
Probably not.
Series-wise, but it's just, this is what we think is the greatest of all time.
Oh, definitely.
This is in terms of just overall popularity, the impact it had, the spin-offs that it caused.
Oh, man.
I mean, these were the foundations. These are the best series of all time.
Definitely.
If you're going to collect them, collect these.
Right. Number 5, Uncanny X-Men.
Uncanny X-Men. What can you say about the X-Men, really?
So much. There's so much going on.
Uncanny X-Men is my favorite. This is one of their favorites list on these. This is my favorite.
Yeah, I would say it's mine, too.
Really?
Actually, it is. Number 1 is Uncanny X-Men.
No, we agree, man. I wasn't higher on our greatest of all time. That's how you know we're thinking of our heads. We both think this is the best one, but we got a number 5.
Yeah.
They made this list. But Uncanny X-Men, just...
It had everything. It had the first appearance of Sentinels, first appearance of the Blob.
I think the first so many issues are just X-Men. They really call them the Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah, up until...
It was almost near the 100.
70s or 80s or something like that.
It was pretty high up. They started calling them Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah. You got Days of Future Past in it, with the Phoenix Saga. You got everything in it.
Yeah, I mean, it started everything.
It actually, I think I actually made a note of this. Let me find it. Uncanny X-Men, September 1963. 12 plus other X books. So it was like X-Men, X-Men Classic, X Factor, X Force, Ecstatics, which is a good series that somebody needs to read.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's Uncanny X-Men. Started all kinds of X books.
It did it all, man.
It really
It's
did.
got everything in it. Juggernaut.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You can
Juggernaut's
just go
awesome.
forever, man. Magneto, Apocalypse,
Definitely Apocalypse. Some of my favorite villains.
Mr. Sinister.
I like Sinister.
Just, I mean, you can keep going on and on about
Mystique.
X-Men. Yeah. I mean, I think X-Men was just like, how about a world full of just different superheroes?
Yeah, like it's a whole other universe. You can say Marvel universe, but then you got
It'd
X-Men
be hard
universe.
to, yeah. I feel like when you say it's the Marvel universe, now I feel like all the other ones in the Marvel universe are just mutants. You know what I mean? But number 4, this is also one of my favorite ones.
I'm not a huge fan.
It's hard, even not being a huge fan, you have to admit that this is one of the best ones. That's the Fantastic Four original series.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really debate it not being one of the
That's
best ones. With
Just hundreds
Galactus.
upon hundreds of issues. Silver Surfer,
Oh, yeah.
Power Cosmic. I mean, you can just go on forever about
You
this
really
stuff.
can.
I mean, just
Because they didn't... Well, they were part of the Spider-Man.
it really hurts that they don't do a good Fantastic Four movie. Am I the only one that just feels like, come on, guys, this is like one of the best series of all time.
Well, I feel like
Get
the
your-
first one they done wasn't horrible.
Get your
Like, it was
stuff
pretty,
together.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, the first movie gave a lot of hopes, and they just kind of went weird with the second one.
Made Galactus into like a dust cloud.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Yeah, that ruined the movie.
I don't know if they just ran out of money or what it was, but
Oh man, that means I'm number 3 now. I gotta tell you what we thought number 3 was, and it's got to be Superman.
Superman's number 3. A lot of people have that pretty higher than 3.
I know. Maybe. Well, I don't know. I feel like it needs to be number 3 because it's been kind of a DC Comics has been just kind of downhill modern years. It's not that great.
The Superman, dude, the original series
Was it like 42 or something like that? It might have been before then. I can't remember.
And it was Superman's the iconic superhero.
It really
I
is.
mean, he just had it all, man. The suit, the cape, the symbol,
Oh yeah.
the bad guys that's in Superman. I mean, Doomsday, Darkseid,
Oh yeah. Even Lex Luthor. Like
Bizarro Superman.
it's weird that his main bad guy is Lex Luthor and he's just the business guy.
Well, it's just kind of a
I actually watched the old TV series of Superman.
yeah.
It's not good.
Oh,
But I mean, they even had a TV series of Superman in the 60s. That's how big he was.
it's hard not to put Superman on that list because it's such an iconic figure. I mean, I feel like anybody that's a comic book fan has read Superman at one point in time,
Oh, definitely.
if not bought a couple Superman comics. Personally, I'm going to go with the original run of Superman. I'd like to collect all them. I'm sure it's not going to happen because some of them are just
Well,
outrageous.
Superman was in everything, though. Like, you have to
Yeah,
say
isn't
it was
like
Superman.
which one was it? There's one of them, man. That's like I've heard sell for like $1 million.
Oh, The Death of Superman?
Was
no.
that the one? No,
No,
I think
you
it's
mean
like
the
one of
original one.
Yeah,
Well, actually, the original one was Action Comics, I think.
yeah, but I mean it sells for so much money.
I think that's the most expensive one there is that Superman. This is his first introduction of Superman.
Yeah, I mean you're probably not gonna get your hands on that unless you hit the lottery,
Unless you're rich.
or if you just want to find a really crappy copy of it
Oh, yeah.
and just which
Or reprint, at least.
yeah, I'm sure there's reprints you can get your hands on. Read them online. I'll move on here though. Number 2, I think a lot of people are gonna find this a little bit weird for number 2, but it is the Amazing Spider-Man.
Definitely.
The first series, not anything else. The Amazing Spider-Man.
I agree totally.
Do you agree with that?
one, yeah. Spider-Man was a big thing to me when I was a kid. I love the cartoon. I love
What do
the
you think
comic.
puts Spider-Man so high? Like, what do you
The villains.
Just the
well,
villains?
actually, no. I would say how you relate to the character overall because
Mhm.
he was just like a dorky little kid.
He was a very label character, and you're right though. I mean, he had such great villains and just
Oh, definitely.
great costume, great
Sinister
story.
Six.
Yeah, great costume, great story. I mean,
He's another one that had a lot
the
of.
death of Gwen Stacy, just all kinds of stuff, man. The
Green
clones,
Goblin. Yeah.
the clones and stuff, just all kinds of. I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man is just such an iconic thing. I think he has surpassed Superman,
I think so
in
too.
my opinion.
I do.
In terms of maybe comic book circles, he's just such a.
Popularity.
I feel like a lot of the comic book readers are kind of going towards more like graphic novels and just like unique stories, which is
Yeah.
fine and all,
Mhm.
but it's hard not to love the classics. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean? It's hard not to say that these are the greatest ones because without them, you wouldn't have what you have today.
Definitely. I
Amazing
agree.
Spider-Man, just people fell in love with it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
How could you not?
Spider-Man really sold a lot of books for Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Uncanny X-Men helped a lot, but Spider-Man was that was their big guy, man. That was their big gun,
Definitely.
and
Agree with that.
just I just can't say enough about it. I can't wait to collect them. I can't wait.
There's a ton of them.
I want to get all the Uncanny X-Men, then I'm going to switch over to Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh man.
That's my first two I'm getting.
I mean, he spawned a bunch of other ones: Spectacular Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, all
Ultimate
kinds.
Spider-Man, which you love.
I do love Ultimate Spider-Man. That was actually on my list. We'll go to number 1.
Number
And
one's
I think a lot of
hard,
people see this one coming.
That's
I
a
don't know.
hard choice.
I mean, after we've already said Superman and Spider-Man, I feel like people's already going to know that we're going to talk about Batman.
Yeah.
Batman's had so many
He's such an
spawns of other.
He's such an
comics.
iconic
Everybody knows who
character,
Batman is.
man. Yeah. I mean, Batman is number 1 in my mind. He's just, man, I mean, what can you say? He's the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the Dark Knight. He literally just beat up Superman.
He did
a couple months ago.
I feel like a lot of people will actually know the bat symbol before they would know the
Yeah, the
Superman
bat symbol's huge. I mean, everything Batman's just so iconic anymore. He has hands down, he probably does have the best villains. Spider-Man's really close on the villains, but Batman just has the best villains. I mean, the villains are almost bigger than he is.
Definitely. The
You
Joker.
can just name them all day long. You know, the Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, Harley Quinn, the Riddler.
Killer Croc.
Yeah, Killer Croc, Clayface.
Yeah, Clayface is strange. He was a weird one to me.
I used to have his ear click. It was pretty cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I remember when they first introduced
Scarecrow.
Clayface in the cartoon.
Scarecrow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just all kinds of crazy bad guys, man.
Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to start talking about. We're just going to start naming the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
I had a little crush on Poison Ivy.
You can just go all day about stuff, man. You can just go all day about Batman. The Batman villains are the best. His stories are the best. Of course, when Frank Miller got a hold of it and made it a little bit darker, it was a lot better. But it's hard to know what to collect on Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would go back and start getting the Detective Comics and go up from there.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the original stuff. I'm a big fan of like the original stuff. I want to know them first.
I am too. I really had the original.
But Frank Miller's run is really good. Really good. He really changed Batman to something more hardcore, I guess you would say.
Oh, yeah.
Batman's kind of campy. Even Batman's like
More.
sidekicks.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You know what I mean? You got Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Batgirl.
Yeah.
Nightwing. Yeah, Nightwing.
Well, Batgirl ended up being handicapped from the Joker, I think.
Yeah, just crazy stories.
stuff,
Yeah, like the crazy stories going on Batman.
Well, I don't think we're going to have enough time to get into the TV shows.
No. I wish.
Should I even tell what we picked
What picked on what?
on the TV shows? Is
Hey,
the
we're going
greatest.
down right fast.
Okay. We had number 5, Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
It's an easy pick.
Yep.
Number 4, Doctor Who.
Love Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, it's popular. It's a
Yeah,
big
it's awesome.
thing right now.
I love the Todders.
Number 3, we talked about this earlier, Firefly.
Firefly.
Everybody's a huge fan of Firefly.
You can't hate Firefly. The
No.
popularity, 13 episodes, nothing else. It's hard to get close to that.
It's true. And number 2, Star Trek.
Star Trek, too huge.
I guess we're talking about the original and the next generation.
All of them. Because
yeah.
there's so many. There's a reason why they keep pooping out more.
That's true. And number 1, Walking
The
Dead.
Walking Dead.
Everybody loves The Walking
You
Dead.
can't not The Walking Dead.
That's
Just
true.
the viewership. I mean, I have people, that talk to me, I run into that you would never think would be talking about this kind of stuff. And they're like, you see The Walking Dead? You know what I mean? Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
the most random people,
Well, let's see. We
Like some guy from
got.
Thailand the other day was talking to me about The Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Thailand? We talking Thailand?
I meet all kinns of people.
Apparently
Trust
so.
me, I meet everybody.
We got about 3 minutes, 2 minutes, something like that. You want to do my neat stuff real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got this.
The BB-8 remote control little gadget. Like it's an actual replica of BB-8 from Star Wars Force Awakens.
Huh.
It's on sale from Spiro.com.
Yeah.
It's $129.99.
Dang.
Let me tell you a little bit about it because it's so cool.
Okay.
It's app enabled, so you just control it with your app. It's got authentic movement, just like the movie.
Mhm.
It listens and responds to your voice, so you can sit there and tell it what to do.
Nice.
It-
Get me.
I don't know how this is going to work, but it's got holographic communication. So somehow it records something and then it shows you it.
No way.
Yeah.
That's worth it. That's worth it. That's worth $130 right there.
Autonomous behavior. It's got a mind of its own. I guess it adapts to
Where'd you get
its own
that?
personalities. Spiro.com.
Zero.com.
Check it out.
That's neat stuff.
It is neat stuff. It's too expensive for me. I might get it actually because it just sounds cool.
What are we going to talk about? Let's do a little preview.
Okay.
Next week, guys, we're going to do our big highlight is going to be the Game of Thrones finale. We're going to talk about the finale, and we're going to just pretty much reflect on the season altogether, what our thoughts were on it. Hope you guys tune in for that.
I got to catch up on it before I do anything.
Thank you guys. We want to thank you guys for listening. Once again, we're
We're on everything.
on everything. Just come check us out. We're still working on a website. It'll be up in a couple months.
www.weeklyloop.com.
Just hit us with some comments and hit us up on Twitter at theweeklyloot.com, Facebook.com/theweeklyloot. Just hit us up. Let us know something, guys. Reach out to us.
We're on iTunes. We're on TuneIn.
TuneIn, Stitcher, anything you can think
YouTube.
of, we're there. Just check it out, guys. Keep subscribing, keep listening. We're gonna be here every week for you.
Oh yeah, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
At the Weekly Loop.
Yeah, Twitter's pretty cool.
And Facebook.
We drop some cool things on there.
Need to update Facebook a little better. Sorry, guys. I'm dropping the ball.
But we're just real excited for having you guys, and we just thank you all for listening.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Come back.